Welcome back to Sudbury Meadows. We are going to take the evening here and fertilize our field. Thought about putting it off till the morning, but we are at a point where we might as well just get it done now. We have time in the evening as the days are longer right now, getting longer, early spring. Probably not as long as they are going to get, but we'll get this job done and then catch it on this next growth for the next phase of fertilization. Then tomorrow we can focus on field number 2 that we're gonna, and we are gonna turn that into grass, I believe. So now let's just see if I'm gonna catch it all. We're gonna find out if I can manage this all right. No, guess I didn't hook it up all the way. There we go. Okay, let's get back on track here. We're gonna go with that. If I miss some, I'll just have to come back and get it. So get this job done up here fairly quick, I hope. Well, it doesn't take much. And then that'll be it for today. For day 1 of our early spring season. And we'll get quickly into day 2 and get working on the next field. So like I said, I think we're going to do that one in grass. We do need to, we do want to get cattle, so we are going to need to produce some hay with that. And then we may even produce some silage with that also at some point. But hay for sure. So that's, like to get that going and get it knocked down here before in time for when the windy fall comes, and it's a good time for drying out grass. Well, yeah, this isn't taking any time at all to get this done. I'm probably overlapping like crazy. So, and apparently I'm driving through the bush now. Alright, we'll get this done quick. One more lap here, and then we'll get her. We'll jump to the next morning. I feel like there's a lot of space back here. Does make me wonder if spreading. We must own this little area as part of that field. Maybe we probably could extend this field out as another option at some point when we have once we get a plow. I believe we just have the cultivator, which isn't going to quite cut it. So let's put this for now. We'll put it in here. Lower it so I can see. Alright, I gotta detach power, take off. Perfect. There we go. Gotta hold it for the wires and tap it for the PTO. So I'm gonna stash this back in here. And if I was doing a role-playing series, I'd say I'm going for supper. But, well, I'm gonna go prep for supper. I guess it's still relatively early yet, but yeah. All right. Well, that's where we're at. Got to find a place for the seed. The proper storage, probably going to I guess, put it in there. And I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, well, welcome back. Good morning. We're on the day number 2 of, we're now into mid-spring as the 3-day seasons are going. So 7 a.m. I don't know the best realistic way of going about buying property. I would say maybe we could rip up to the bank or something. I don't see an icon for a bank or anything on this particular map. So I think what we're going to do is just buy it. We're just going to buy it. It's really what it comes down to. So let's go. We're going to, what we need to do in that, we're going to check that field out again, where we're at for growth. It has been planted already with sunflowers. So we're going to go cultivate that. We're going to plant grass. And that's just how we're going to run the place. So let's go back here. Test out my backing up skills again. Alright, so, and there's no wires to worry about on that one. Lift her up. And good. Now, getting to that field, I don't think I can get there from my other fields. So we're gonna go this way and learn the proper way to get to that one. I must have missed something. We're going to take a quick drive here. Might as well get a little tour of this area. Look at this field. Or this area. This field here comes with a whole lot of grass. That is something to save up for. And then you got those fields out back there too that look all grassy. Alright, we're going to get back to the road. Try this again. Alright. Well, luckily with the lights, you can kind of see when they're coming. Hopefully we're not going to crash into anybody. So let's see the field we want to be on. Maybe we do have to go around behind. We'll try that. Let's go back. Cut across. Does give you a different perspective of everything when you do everything in the first person view. Here we go. This looks like a good road. Alright, this looks like it is our field. Just gonna take a quick look around here. It's like a little walking path or something over there, but that's fine. Let's tear up some, let's tear this field up. Kind of feels counterproductive, but we don't have the equipment to harvest this when the time comes, nor besides, the sale of it. It's not going to help us out a pile, so we are going to cultivate it all up and plant it with something that we could use. And there's a lot of grass around this one too. There might even be enough grass around all our fields that we don't even need a field of grass, but I'm thinking year one, let's do a field of grass and we'll go from there. This field's pretty small. As long as we have an income coming in for us that we can eventually purchase whatever we don't have and will need for our cattle, then we'll be doing all right. So like I said, I like going around one, and then I can just makes the turning around at the other end a little bit easier. Or knowing if I made it to the end without having to totally swivel my chair. So get this to the end here. And I'll go around this way. There we go. So let me know in the comments if you guys think this was a good idea to go with the grass in this field, or if I should have done it more of an arable, kept it arable and gone with a cereal or anything else that would have been directly for money making purposes or hay making purpose, or straw making purposes later on. Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. If that's something we'll change up in the next season or the next year. I mean, we're still early enough in our planting season too, really. I mean, but I think I can stick with this. Made the decision, we'll run with it. But yeah, no, let me know. I'm probably just driving somebody out there nuts with this method of random paths, but keeps it more entertaining for myself, not gonna lie. Yeah, with it being seated and having the lines in, it's a little bit easier following the straight path than it was last time we did this, but yeah, it can only get better. Sure of it. So this is a map I hadn't played before. Like I was saying in the last videos there, it is from the mod competition with Farming Simulator 19, and is where I found it off the mod hub. But there are other maps. There's a lot of other maps that have come out, both with modding competition and just in general from other modders. Let me know in the comments what you think is maybe your favorite map that's come out so far for this year for FS19. Always curious. I'd really like to get in on a production map. I think that's starting to happen now more and more. I think with the global company script and all that kind of stuff. We're gonna see that. Same with the mining. I love it. I don't mind taking the time to scoop and mine material if I can drop it off and it turns into another product, and then I can take that product and sell it and kind of work its way up through the manufacturing processes. So I have a lot of fun. I think those are great. So I'd love to get do videos on one of those maps here sometime. I don't know if I'd do more of a role play or if I'd do a time lapse. If that would be a good time lapse map, just because they're so large and there's going to be so much going on. I I could do. I think roleplay would be interesting, like starting a business, owning a company, building it, whatever, into like a big corporate multi-business empire type thing, but or just go hard and do a let's play even would be all right. The other thing too is then just doing a quick time lapse, since they're usually a lot of times when I play maps like that I like to multitask, so I'll have like all the helpers in the world helping me out, and everything's set up with follow me and multiple tractors and massive equipment and everything. So sometimes you're gonna go that crazy and that a little bit arcadey-ish with it. It's works great for doing quick time lapses. Not saying time lapses are all like that. I'm just saying sometimes it's just easier to record and do a video on rather than jumping around tabbing all the time. Yeah, it can get kind of irritating when you're watching a video. But so yeah, I don't know. That's I know there's one with a lot of mining. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Pacific Northwest maybe, or was that it? There's the mining up north, and there's probably a few other ones now that have the mining. But that'll be something I'll definitely want to look into myself. And especially as more and more maps get more and more production options on them. Just adds one more thing. One more thing makes you feel like you're getting more done or doing more when you do this. So go through, you farm it, and then you can make another material or another product out of it. I don't know. I like that. All right. My circle's gotten a lot smaller here. I gotta start paying more attention. So let's get back here. If I do this right, should be my last pass in this little section. And somehow I just got lucky enough that I was a one width when I did it on the other side. So probably won't get that lucky again. I'm sure I'll end up having to do a little strip somewhere along the line on the next one, but that's all right. So since we're doing a realistic series right now, or for me, it's more realistic series. Let me know in the comments anybody else you find that YouTuber that does excellent job at doing a realistic style series. Who your favorite guy is that does that, or person, and I'll give him a check him out and see. Probably maybe even somebody I already follow and watch, but there's lots of YouTubers out there now for Farming Simulator, and it's always interesting to see the different strategies or takes or thought processes that go into their storyline and the way they run their farms and play their games and record their videos. So, and here's that little strip I talked about. Not bad. It opens up down the road. Well, another series to check out of mine, if you're kind of into the realistic-ish and some roleplay series, is my Marwell Manor series. That one, there's a lot of third-person viewing and stuff, but I tried to kind of set it up and do it like I was, farming, but also vlogging at the same time, as that seems to be a popular thing on YouTube. So I thought, well, that'll be a roleplay. I'll roleplay it like I'm vlogging and upload and letting people know I'm doing this to put it on YouTube and so on, and kind of building a kind of a farm from scratch in a field on Marwell Manor. So, and I haven't really finalized on that series yet, but I got about there's over 10 episodes on that one. Would definitely be interested to get some feedback on what people think on that one, as far as some of the creativity that went behind it. Trying to stick with some of the making kind of realistic and making renting or having other companies come in, so within the game and the editing of the video, having a truck, like basically going and leasing a truck, but having it show as if another company had come in and brought in equipment and material, and then using or leasing the front loader and pretending that I was using it to do the terraforming of the behind the scenes. I'm using the terraforming tool, but in the video the idea is to make it look like we were doing it all with the front loader or the tractor loader and so on. So probably, I don't know if it really worked out the way I wanted, but it was definitely fun and trying to kind of come up with those kind of things. But also I didn't use any developer creator tools. I didn't go into the save game XML files or anything like that to change anything, so I really had to kind of be careful with leasing equipment for short periods of time and so on, because I was using the money right out of the farm, the game setup itself to do those type of things. If I was just pretending that another company was coming in, so it was like delivery fees were also charged a lot, which then I would use type thing to lease a semi and trailer and throw on some crates of whatever, it didn't matter, but I could pretend that they were products in order to build the farm, sort of thing, right? So that was definitely fun. I'd like to get back on that series a little bit more, if anybody was interested in watching that. But I didn't mind the storyline. Things were kind of getting heated up with it and starting to move along, and the farm was starting to grow too. So that's another one if anybody's interested in checking out. A little bit kind of fake realism, if you will, and some role play brought into that. So, but this field here, we pretty much got done. Just a few spots I need to go back and touch up, just to make sure that we get as much of our field seeded as possible, and we don't have any sunflowers popping up since this was already planted. Alright, I think that does it for the cultivating. We're going to rip back here and drop off the cultivator. Not a bad job for the first little bit of the morning. See if I can find my way back to the farm here. Temperature. Just think I gotta check, make sure my temperatures are also good for when. I don't know if there's. I'm gonna have to look at that. I don't know if their temperatures and all those fun things affect planting grass, but I'm sure it does. Maybe. One way to find out. So lower that. About. And attached. Right on. All right, so that's that chore done. We bought field number 2, and we have cultivated it. Got rid of the sunflowers that the previous owner invested in and had planted in that field. So now we will check out what our temperature needs to be for planting grass. I am going to get grass in there. I think we're probably fine with the ground temperature is 5 and the ambient's 4 right now, so I'm not particularly worried about the temperature, but I think we will save that now for the next video. So thanks for following along, guys. Please comment, please like, subscribe if you're interested in watching any more of this kind of stuff and want to keep up on it. And we'll keep going. So I'll try and make sure I check your comments and see if we can keep improving on video quality and story quality and so on with everything. So thank you.